We out here, dog.
What's up, dog?
What's good? Oh, did he have a shirt? Oh.
Oh.
Did he have a shirt? Damn, he found it. Let me smell it.
Oh
my God, boy.
Hey, at least I'm repping.
Oh, shit, dog.
We got a shirt on, too.
We out here right now? Damn, looks freaking fresh. Looks freaking fresh, boys.
Cleaned up a little.
Shit.
That was a mess.
Where's the bitches at, Collin?
Oh, I know.
What do you mean? Oh, you're the Mac Daddy call.
It's gonna be sweet.
All right, boys. What's up?
How's it going?
We out here. We back. We're back, guys. It's been a long time. It's been, since like June?
Couple months.
Last pod, we had Bud Skycam on. That was a pretty sick pod. I definitely want to have him back on soon to talk about all his ventures on Peacock, all the cool stuff he's been doing. But yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on lately. It's been real busy with events, with moving, and from the warehouse. We got so many things to talk about today. This is my boy right here, Collin Davis right here.
How's it going?
Right here. Leaving me hanging, dog? You don't leave me hanging like that?
Yeah, well.
Introduce yourself, Collin.
This is my boy, Jesse. Introduce yourself, bro.
I'm Collin Davis. I race mopeds for fun sometimes, occasionally. Been flying planes and waiting to get back on a bike. Just started riding again 2 weeks ago, so rode about 4 times now, just getting ready to start racing and back into the grind again.
Hell yeah, bro. Happy to see you back on the bike.
So we were actually unprepared today. We were short a headphone, so he won't get to hear the clapping that just was involved. We'll have to wait for the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, our audience was clapping for you.
Got it.
So yeah, we want to, you know what? We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate all the listeners that we have and watchers, which are not that many yet, but someday we might have some more.
Someday.
We appreciate all you guys. We want to talk to you about what's been going on, why we haven't been, podding lately. So I guess we could just start around June. June we had Hangtown. I think we already spoke about that podcast, that event. But and then we had.
Did we?
I think we talked about it. I mean, didn't we do Hangtown?
Well, let's recap real quick.
Oh no, actually, you know what? No.
I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did actually.
Yeah.
So I think we did the pod with Bud Skycam right before Hangtown.
Yep.
That was a pretty good pod. Talked about him getting on Peacock TV, him flying for Peacock for the Pro Motocross series for all the rounds. That just got finished. Jet Lawrence and Hunter Lawrence won both of those championships. And, Bud is pretty pumped. He got to, fly and watch all those guys race in person. So that was pretty sick for him. But right after that, we had Hangtown. Did that event. It was a pretty poppin' event.
Collin that was there. Sick. We had 2 booths, so it was sorry to interrupt you, but we had 2 booths, so it was dope. We had our main booth was on that main vendor row there where we are usually, and then we had one up on the hill. The second booth, a little smaller, didn't have all the dope stuff that the original booth had, but it was sweet. Fun day in the sun. Yeah,
that was our first year ever doing 2 booths at a bigger event. So that was pretty fun experience, pretty stressful obviously because you got to run things back between the booths, make sure everything's going smooth at those events, but everything went well. We left with a little bit of money, so that's always good. Event was popping for sure, like always. Then, right after that, we had Laguna Seca coming up. And, during the summer, it's our biggest event of the year. All these events during the summer because there's no rain and there's popping events going on. So during all these events, we had a little mishap with the warehouse, the SWEETAROMA headquarters. So we no longer are, if you noticed, we're in Jesse's basement over here.
We're in my mom's basement.
Yeah.
In the back cave.
So nice little setup, though, a little more roomy. So that's a good positive to the podcast. But yeah, so about May came along and I was kind of dealing with a lot of lease issues with they sold the old property management company, basically long story short, sold the building. They already raised our lease the year before. So I signed a new lease and then midway through that lease, they sold the building to a new person, which was a broker. You can already kind of see where that's going.
Yeah.
So we went from, basically a 35% increase in rent they wanted to hit us with. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today is, just business in general. I mean, people don't realize like how much struggle there is involved in business. But I love it. That's why I keep going with it. But yeah, so I just wasn't down really to, pay for, that extra 35% rent increase. So we're in a little bit of limbo at the moment. We decided to set it up here, hang out. But basically the last 2 months I've been organizing and trying to figure out where I was going to go, moving. So literally right after Laguna Seca, working our asses off for that event, did really well. That event was really, really fun. Actually, I got to ride my Grom. Actually, I was one of the only Groms on Laguna Seca track for the Harley ride, so that was pretty sick. We'll throw a video up of that on here for you guys to check out if you're watching on YouTube. So that was a really fun event. But as soon as that event was over, back into reality and back into organizing and moving, trying to figure out where we're gonna go. So we moved out right before August 1st, and then I actually locked down the Big Hill Jam. Me and Collin actually. Collin was a trooper. He loaded me up in his Sprinter. Shout out Custom Outfits too as well. I got to sleep in that badass van, so that was pretty sick. Collin helped him build all that.
Yep, we had a good, nice little trip in the space shuttle.
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything's legit.
I've been wanting to camp for a long time, so for me it was definitely a good experience. It's been a long time since I camped. It's the first time I haven't took a shower in probably like 3 days.
That happens.
Yeah, the van was parked on a little bit of a hill, so the water pump wasn't working with us. So yeah,
showered
You guys
in some
didn't
water
level it?
bottles.
You didn't drive up on some logs or some shit?
no, we already parked in our spot, and like once we put our tent up, there's not really like a bunch of room.
Oh, you were tent camping. I thought you were sleeping in the.
No, we were sleeping in there, but I'm saying we have the tents up, and then
got it.
the van's literally parked in front of the tent, and then the pit bike track is like in front of the van, so there's not really you can't really like leave really at night, or like it'd be a real big hassle to move everything. And
we had to move everything
turn around.
as it was to go.
So we'd have to turn around, so we're this way instead of this way for the water to work. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to rough it. I'm going to take a water bottle shower. So Daddy Cam got naked at about 12:30 at night and took about 5 water bottles. Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest bath in the world, but when you haven't showered in 2 days, I'd say anything was good. How were you feeling?
Felt all right. It was a nice little trip to camp and have fun.
You had deodorant?
Yeah.
You smell good. I mean, you didn't really
I always
stink.
try to-
You didn't really stink or anything.
I always
so.
try to smell good.
Yeah, I mean, so that event, lots of shit went down at that event.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, there were just so many cool things going on. Like, shout out to the Hill Brothers and everybody that put that event on. I mean, we're so pumped to be out there. I can't wait to come back next year. It was definitely a fun event. They had the bands, they had the freestyle, they had big whip contests, they had the hill climb event. Pit bike, everything. I mean, there's so many cool things going on. They had a pretty cool band out there. People were moshing out there. I actually got a pretty funny video of not like a fight, but there was a mosh going on, and it got heated for a couple seconds there. Everything was under control though. Some guy got tackled down the hill, and
Hell yeah.
it was kind of funny because I kind of was like, oh, I'm just going to walk up real quick. I told Collin, I'm just going to get a little video of the band. So like I walk up there and I just start recording, like just randomly. I guess that's how you get your best content these days, is just turn the camera on.
Facts.
So I just turned the camera on. Dude threw me his drumsticks. I'll throw a little clip up of that. The drummer was pumped. I was recording him, so he threw me his drumstick. And then as I was recording, the guy that got tackled down the hill actually fell down the hill first. Because he was pretty schmammered. It's all good. It's a fun event. And he got up. He was fine. And then this random dude thought, I don't know, he thought that it was funny. I don't know what he thought, if he was mad at the guy or what, but he tackled him down the hill, and that dude damn near, I don't know if he was unconscious, but it damn near looked like he was unconscious in the video. I'll throw that video. It's actually also on shorts, I believe, on our YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go check out some of those shorts, I usually post, a bunch of shorts each week. So you guys want to check out some of the clips from all these events. I mean, I pretty much post all the shorts clips. I mean, all the clips that I record, I try to take the best ones and throw them up there for you guys and for entertainment, you know, because I'm not always doing the podcast. So I like to have some videos out there, you know, so you guys can actually see some fun stuff. So you got to check that out.
Yeah, this guy's always working on shorts. So if you want some funny clips, follow our shorts account. Follow our YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on so you get all our posts as well if you guys want to actually watch those shorts. But yeah, we're going to start doing more pods again. It's just been very stressful trying to figure out what we're doing and where we're going to do it and setting it up. And, you know, along with working a 5-day-a-week job, I don't think a lot of people know that I am a biomedical engineer. I'm VP for another biomed company that I run during the week. And Jesse actually works alongside me. So we're working all the time, trying to get ready throughout the week for these weekend events. And then, you know, all that on top of the move, it's just very, very difficult to get in here, but I'm pumped to be back.
Yeah, there were a lot of parts in motion there for a
Super
minute.
pumped to be back here and on the mic again. It's been too long. Super pumped to have Collin over here. I've been trying to get Collin over here. We had a group chat going for the last 3 weeks, you know, hounding us like, hey, is this pod ever going to happen? You know, I'm pussing out. Jesse's pussing out. Everybody's pussing out for a few weeks here. So, but yeah, so
Cam had a birthday to go to.
Yeah, I had a birthday to go to. We had a lot.
And
We
you
had
had
the
to stay
move. We had
home.
the events. Then I had to babysit a little bit, you know. So I just got off work just now,
life, for sure.
headed straight over here. Here we are, ready to go. It's a little boring in the beginning. We're still trying to get the rust out.
Yeah, we're getting into the groove.
We haven't been on the mic in a minute, so I'm trying to get those little rusty vibes out here for you guys. So bear with us. I do have some stuff that I do want to talk about, though. I think I should kind of go back into the move a little bit, you know, just so basically, you know, battling back and forth with this property management company. You know, they trying to play hardball for 2 months with me, and saying they can't go down on the lease and all this stuff, and I'm not buying it. Kind of just making me not really want to work with them. That's one thing when you get into a building. I mean, you're locked in, and when they're ready to raise the lease, I mean, they pretty much can do whatever they want to do. So they tried to go down a little bit the last second, but I just wasn't having it. And this year in general with events and just certain years you're gonna have good ass years with business and everything's going really good. You know, I sponsored Collin the first couple of years. I still sponsor him. He's one of my only sponsored riders now. So I kind of stopped the sponsorship program last year, and this year there was a lot of rain in the beginning of the year, and then after the rain stopped, events started coming back. I mean, it was, even Jesse can attest, I mean, everything's been a lot slower since the events came back. The bigger events, not so much. Those are still popping. We're pumped to have those events under our belt. But a lot of the local events and just certain events that we go to, even farmers markets, they're just not as many people are buying, doing the same things we normally do. And, I understand it. The economy is kind of shitty. Gas prices are high. Everything's expensive right now. So I completely understand. But that's why I kind of started the podcast as well. Because I can't really advertise on Instagram. I can't really advertise certain places. And I noticed, YouTube's pretty cool about, at least letting me have my logo and have products out and not flagging me for stuff like that. As long as I keep it cordial, and don't do too much. But that's what I hope for in the future here is, to get this pod going. This is maybe a place where I can talk to you guys about CBD products as well. But yeah, I've been definitely going through the ringer this year with the business. Just got to keep going with it. Just don't give up. I'm never going to give up. I'm just going to, regroup. That's what I did. I had to downsize a little bit on that shop. So we did, like I said, we did move August 1st and do a new spot, a little bit smaller, still in limbo right now. But yeah, it's all part of business. That's just the way it goes. Hopefully in the future, I got plans in the future. So I'm gonna, enjoy my time with my family right now. And I was really going hard the past 3 years, doing 5 days a week. Even Jesse's doing it with me. Like I said, we're doing all this stuff at once. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break. There's always an upside to everything, even, I'm not pumped obviously about not having the warehouse anymore. But I'm also sort of pumped at the same time, that I can save money on rent, stuff like that. Give me more spending power for products and creating new things. Because that's another thing that kind of took a toll the last year was my creativeness. I'm always trying to create new products, like my sun hats and different designs for the hats for you guys at events, and just coming up with, new CBD products, new flavors, other products. So lately I kind of my creativity went a little bit down. So I feel like it's coming back right now. My motivation's coming back. That's just the whole move. I don't like moving. That's one of my worst favorite things to do is move and organize. So now that I'm done with it and I'm working again and did a couple events now. So I'm back in the groove. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Get back in the groove, get my creative mind back. I got a lot of ideas coming. I'm trying to do some cool new youth. I just came out with the new youth snapbacks. We're trying to come out with all this new stuff so I can stock the booth more with cool products for you guys at these events. But yeah, so here we are. We're ready to go. My boy Collin over here, he's ready to speak.
Yes,
he's
sir.
like, Cameron, you're fucking talking too much.
No,
Yeah.
it's all good.
I'm just kidding.
Well, so tell us a little bit about your flying, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a little curious. I just want to hear like an update. How's it going?
So like how I got into it, or like.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's pretty much right after you kind of hurt yourself, right?
So I raced pro motocross last summer, and we were back east in Pennsylvania, and my front wheel got hit. I put my foot out, ended up dabbing my knee and injuring it. Tried to go get it checked out back east at a lot of places, but couldn't get seen for the right reasons. So ended up just continuing to race and push through it as best as I could until Washougal. And then I came home, had an MRI, found out my knee was done. So racing for the rest of the year was done. I had to wait a month to have surgery for my knee. So we went back east, flew, got the van, kind of did a little trip home, Aaron and I. So we had fun doing that.
Oh, you guys left the van and flew home?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because my parents met us up at Washougal with the truck and
Got you.
one of our other bikes and a trailer.
Yep.
So flew back east, got the van, kind of had a little bit of a chill trip all the way back home. Went to Loretta's, saw the homies and friends, went to Texas, visited my brother,
Dope.
and then came home, had surgery, and then ended up going to an air show and talking to a lot of people after I had my knee surgery, and kind of was like, you should go get your license because we're short of pilots right now. You're going to be injured, so it's not hard on your body. So,
And who said that to you?
one of the guys we met at one of the air shows, he's a
sweet.
pilot. So he said we're missing 2,500 pilots around this area. So got told I should start looking into it. So started my online classes and then started in-flight training around Christmas time. I was able to like walk and bend my knee. And then in that time, I found out my shoulder was injured, so I had to wait for another surgery, which came in January. So I had 3 flight lessons in January, then had shoulder surgery, and then had to wait a couple months, and then got back into it. And then took about 3 months, 2.5 months, 3 months to get my license. So now I'm a private pilot, and then I'm working on my instrument rating right now, as well as just getting back into riding.
So instrument rating, does that mean like that allows you to fly like the next type of aircraft, or
no, just in the clouds and bad weather where you can't see.
So you're using instruments to fly instead of your
basically
eyeballs.
like flying blindfolded, so you can't see
Got it.
outside the cockpit.
Wow, that's intense, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll throw some clips. Colin will send me a couple clips.
Yeah, I
we'll
was
throw a
already
couple
thinking that.
clips
Yeah.
of him flying. But yeah, we actually, our plan was to actually go on a flight with Colin. It was supposed to happen like a month or two ago, but like I said, with the move and everything that's been going on, it's been very busy. So I still want to do that. So hopefully in the next couple months here, we can get in that.
That'd be really
get some
sick,
cool.
bro. Even if we just go up and like
yeah.
just enjoy the moment.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'd like to do is I wanted to get, go on the plane, and then after we get out, because our vibes are high, it's hyped up.
Yeah.
Just step right into the podcast, and
That'd
talk
be
about
sick.
our experience and all that. and actually there's actually a reason why Collin is my only sponsored rider. It's because I believe in this dude, you know. So he's a good kid. He doesn't party. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He works with his dad. He helps his dad. He does everything he can, you know, to make it in this industry, which is not easy to do in the pro motocross field. But I believe if anybody can do it, I believe it's Collin. So
thanks, sir.
100%.
I was running 5 miles last night trying to get the grind going, and then after we're done on the pod here, going to the track to put in some motos.
Yeah,
Flew
I mean,
this morning, so
yeah, this kid's a badass. But I mean, last season you ran most of the pro motocross series.
Yeah.
So just that fact, and you qualified for most mains. I mean, that is
even at Southwick with a blown knee, that was a difficult one.
dude, just that is such an accomplishment. And on and off the track, yeah, this kid's he's a good guy.
I even was telling him when we were at Big Hill Jam when he's talking about like pro motocross, I was like, tell these dudes about your like amateur highlights too, because I mean you have a really good amateur highlights. I mean, obviously like you got number 1 plate to Loretta, but you hurt yourself obviously. Yep. But still, I mean that's an accomplishment in itself. Yeah. I mean making number 1 plate to Loretta in the pro class, that's not easy. Yep. You know, winning an AZ Open, you know, open pro sport. I mean that's accomplishment. I mean there's so many. I mean I've been to races with Collin. I've seen him win a handful of times as well, even at local races. So he's got plenty of amateur highlights as well, not just pro motocross.
Yeah, and you have some bears to prove from Mammoth, which Mammoth's happening this week. So it would have been cool to go race it if I was back on the bike longer. I would have definitely liked to have gone and got some bears this week. But
Rob Blake texted me today when I was I was working, and he's like, "Where were you?" Because I was supposed to race, you know, this year with my shoulder. So I've been kind of dealing with like a nerve damage issue in my neck. So I'm trying to take it off, but I told him, you know, I'm still dealing with my shoulder injury, and like I'm just trying to like take it off. That way, when I do come back and I do want to ride a race a little bit, that I'm not just gonna like land wrong and, you know, jerk my neck wrong. So yeah, you've been doing a lot of like sauna and trying to do light weights with my shoulder, and I actually just got a cold plunge bath. So I've been doing that. So that's something I'll talk about in a little bit here. I've had some people like a few people at least DM me, like questioning me, asking me all about the cold bath. So, you know, maybe I'll throw a couple tips maybe out, you know, maybe how I do it, stuff like that for you guys. I believe it truly does work. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so Collin is actually just started riding again.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, started riding. I cruised around like a month ago, roughly, just to see how my shoulder felt.
Don't tell the doctors.
Don't tell the doctors.
Don't watch this episode.
No. So I cruised around about like a month and a half ago, kind of just to see where I was at. I got cleared to start lifting weights again, so just trying to take it easy on the bike and get back to like feeling somewhat confident on the bike. Still got a lot of strength in my knee and shoulder I have to get back before I feel really good, but it's nice to be back on the bike. It's fun. It's been a long time, so all the tracks feel new and fun again.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't feel like I'm going to the same place.
And people don't realize too, like when you take a break. I mean, like just even gym people, like when you not even racing, when you take a gym, like when I took a break, I took a month off, like from working out for my shoulder recently from the move and all that. And I mean, dude, like it's so crazy, just like a month off from the gym. I mean, like how weak I am. Like literally, like I was doing like just back workouts the other day, and I think I just put like 50 pounds like pull down, you know, like these, and I literally like I did like 12 with my right arm, and then I go to do it with my left because of my bad shoulder, and I go to do it with my left one, and I'm like I could barely do like 6 with my left shoulder. Yeah, I literally had to. That's the first time I've ever had to do that. I had to do like 30 pounds on my left shoulder, and then I just did 50 pounds on my right shoulder because like it literally felt like almost the same like weight distribution, you know, like 30 pounds felt like 50 pounds with my left shoulder. Yeah. So it's crazy. People don't understand like. Gym is nothing compared to motocross, but it's just kind of an example for people maybe that don't race motocross.
Yeah, it's been a full year basically since I've been riding, so it's a lot of time off.
So to get that endurance back, I mean, it's going to take a bit. Takes a bit, but I know Collin's been doing. He still's always worked out.
Yeah, I'm still always cycling and running and doing that stuff.
It's not
the same
seat time. I mean, if you want, that's why people get. I mean, that's why even when I was never as fast as Collin, but when I race pro, I mean, like seat time and working out go hand in hand. You can't just work out or just ride. Like if you want to be at that top step, you need to be doing all of them. And and that the problem with me back in the day is I was doing that for a while, but I was eating unhealthy.
Yep.
So I was just eating anything that I could see. I didn't care what it was. So
it's all put together. You got to have it all.
But but sometimes when you're new at working out back in the day, like I didn't realize that like food, like say I work out for 3 hours and then I could just go eat like a cake because I work out, but that's not the case. Like people don't realize that. Like I feel like there's so much research these days. Like if you go home and eat healthy, like you're gonna feel better. Like your body, you're gonna recover for that next day, for that next workout. Like anytime that I go to the gym and I go home, for instance, a few days ago, and I ate like 5 cookies after the gym and ice cream, and the next day I'm like, what did I do? I literally just ruined my entire workout.
Yeah, that'll slow you down.
Or even eating like fresh meat, like getting it from a butcher, you feel so much better, and it tastes so much better than just having something from the store that's in a package. Like
exactly,
getting something that's fresh and good, you feel better.
And then all the meat that we bought for just the little. I was about to grill them the other day, and I didn't because I kind of just grabbed them real quick for Big Hill Jam, and I was reading the ingredients. I was like high fructose corn syrup
in the meat.
Like on the little shish kebabs, like, and it said like seed oils, and I was like, damn it, I didn't even, because we were just in a hurry trying to get out of there, So I was like, oh, these are going in the trash. I was like,
all the extra things that aren't needed.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, it's because like at one point I kind of diagnosed myself with the gluten thing because I'm gluten intolerant. I realized doctor never told me that. I kind of experimented on my own. So like for like 8 months, like a couple of years ago, I didn't eat dairy or cheese or any or milk. Nothing, like, because I thought that's why my stomach was getting messed up. Then for some reason I was like, I don't know, I feel like maybe this isn't what's wrong, like 'cause sometimes I'd still get a stomach ache. So I was like, I'm just gonna try to cut out bread, like carbs. So I cut out noodles, I cut out bread, I cut out, when I go to In-N-Out, I order a Flying Dutchman with just cheese. I don't order any bread anymore, and I kind of figured that out on my own.
Yep. Every time we go, Cam gets his little patties.
So that's why I don't. That's why. I don't know. I feel like it does, now that I'm over 30. I feel like when I was racing and I was 23, 24, 25, like I could literally eat anything I wanted to eat. And like, it's like my body to hit like a wall. I took like a shift, like out of nowhere. It was like one day I just was like, I don't know why. I've been eating so much bread my entire life. And all of a sudden now I can eat a little bit of it, but if I just go over that like 2 slices of regular store-bought bread, I'm screwed. Like my wife has to cook like sourdough bread now, and she's super into that sourdough kick. So I could eat a bunch of sourdough and be fine. It's because all these places like put added gluten in their bread and other unnecessary ingredients. That's another reason why I make CBD products, because there's so many CBD products out there that they just have crap in them. There's a bunch of unnecessary ingredients. Obviously the gummies are sugary and unhealthy. If you like sugar, whatever, eat the gummies. It'll help your inflammation and pain. But that's why we have those tinctures and the rubs that are USD or organic and very simple ingredients, because it's very difficult to find, like, not just CBD, any really products out there. Like most products are going to have way too many ingredients in them. They're not good for you. They're not good for Collin here for training, even though I'm not gonna rat you out on what you drink on the drive, but no drinking and driving. But
we had some In-N-Out stops and some Dr. Pepper for sure.
I know, and I was like, hold on, how many Dr. Peppers are you gonna drink, bro? I was like,
hey, they're fire, dude.
They are fire.
Dr. Pepper's the king.
He even got me on them, bro. I was starting to drink
fire.
him and shit because I love Dr. Pepper too.
Yeah, they're fire.
I just try to like stay
in
away
moderation,
from it.
right? In moderation.
It's only fun when I'm not racing. When it's back to racing,
yeah. Now when it's back to racing, you get Best Belief sponsored cam right here. Don't be what? You want me to revoke that? You want me to revoke that sticker kit? No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
But
you need to make some Sweet Aroma hydration packs or something. That'd be fire.
Like
one thing,
hydration.
Well, one thing I do. One of the products I've been actually meaning to come out with this new product. I've been literally thinking of this product since I started the brand. So when I was racing, my brother was super into like natural energy. So like he would actually give me a spoonful of honey. Like
I
before
take
my
honey.
motos, for natural energy. So
or even before I run or go work out, dude, just pour honey.
That's what I want to do is create a jar of honey, just a small jar that people can buy. Maybe like a 500 milligram, 400 milligram jar. It has 400 milligrams of like THC free CBD. that's low dose, so you can still take that before your moto, get that energy you need. And then also, because like if as long as the CBD doesn't have THC, like it's not gonna like make you go to bed like before a moto. Like if you have those jitters before the moto, or like just nerves, like taking that honey with a little bit of that CBD, maybe calm your nerves a little bit, get those butterflies to go away, get you ready for that gate drop. And then also, like I said, that energy, that natural sugar energy from honey. So I think that will be something that I do. All right, guys, quick interruption. I just want to thank all of our new subscribers on YouTube. Now, if you guys want to go to our Instagram at SWEETAROMA Nationwide, by thanking you, I do want to do a giveaway for you guys, and there will be 2 winners. So if you want to go to the Instagram when I do post that post and tag 3 friends and follow our Instagram and like the post, or you can go onto our YouTube channel and comment on our podcast and subscribe to our channel, and that will enter you in to win first place 2 packs of gummies and a 2,000 milligram CBD rub. And second place, we're going to do 2 gummies, and that's it for second place, guys. But we appreciate all you guys. Visit our website, SweetAromaCBD.com. Thank you guys once again for the support and all of our continued supporters. I would not be here without you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Back to the pod. Soon here,
or even some like little packs for like running or cycling.
Yeah, well, I want to do
have,
the
like,
sticks.
In your pocket. Yeah,
well, I want to do just the sticks, but it's when you're
Yeah.
making shit on your own, it's so different. I mean, it's so difficult to make hundreds of sticks. For me, I feel like being a fresh made product, I'm trying to create it to where it's not so time consuming.
Yeah, it's gotta
to
make
like
sense.
package it, because like a lot of people don't realize like sometimes not most people think the gummies are like a good price because we are cheaper than a lot of companies. There's people that are like, oh, they're $30 a bag. Yeah, well, it's $30 a bag for a reason, because I'm melting it, I'm doing the math, I'm mixing it, I'm molding it, I'm freezing it, Jesse's sugaring them, we're packaging them, we're designing the labels, we're putting the labels on. So I know that all sounds like a lot, I'm sure, to you. So imagine putting it into actually doing it. I mean, it takes a while. I mean, just to even sugar the gummies, we have to wait 24 hours for them to freeze. We can't just like sugar them right when we make them. So all this stuff is very time consuming, so that's why our price is what they are.
Yeah.
Don't have a machine to package them and bag them or
Exactly.
make them. It's all handmade.
Yeah, it's all small batch, handmade. Like I always say, I'm a very big bourbon connoisseur, and the best bourbon is a small batch bourbon. So I truly believe that the best CBD is a small batch CBD company. Now I'm not saying that there's not good CBD companies out there. There are plenty of good CBD companies out there that mass produce, and they're still great products.
But it makes
this is
sense,
what I'm
though,
able to
right?
do. So.
Like the smaller the batch, the higher the quality, the larger the batch. If you're making 1 million gummies a month, I mean, it's hard to quality control 1 million.
Exactly.
Gummies
And we're
going out
actually
the door,
infusing these. So like some companies aren't like maybe not doing it correctly, or like I've seen even like a lot of THC companies, they'll be out there like, oh yeah, I got fire gummies, and then you'll see like distillate that's on the gummy, and then they sugar over the distillate. Like that's not infusing a gummy. So like if you want like a truly infused gummy, these are it. Or I know there's other companies out there as well, but I like Sweet Aroma, so go to SweetAromaCBD.com.
SweetAromaCBD.com.
Yep. So when are you gonna? So let's ask a couple more questions to Collin. We're kind of just winging it today. I didn't really do anything as far as outlines go or anything like that. We're kind of just getting into the groove again. We're just hanging out. We're gonna have Collin back too. He's gonna come back and talk.
Within the next couple weeks, we'll probably go fly.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for us
Yeah.
to do this. We
No,
just
yeah.
all gotta show up and,
Exactly.
and sit down. So, but
Well,
yeah,
pretty close.
that would be really, really sick to go flying, dude.
No, I definitely want to do that.
So, what you have to rent a plane from someone?
Yeah, tell 'em how that works.
It's
So-
expensive, or
Yeah, remember you told me. So we were in the car and he was explaining to me like
So you can,
how it goes
so
with
you
the
can
rental
either
and all that.
Obviously, own one.
Yeah,
So
okay.
like I can own one and fly it, and have insurance on it. The flight school that I did my training through, you can rent a whole bunch of different styles of planes, and they're all wet base prices. So fuel, oil, maintenance, insurance. So everything needed to go fly. So you don't have to like worry about
plane's ready to go.
Yeah, the plane's ready to go. You call the fuel truck, they go fill it up. The bill goes to the flight school, so you don't have to deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just feel I just don't want you having to spend a bunch of money to take us out flying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I can help you with some of that cost. If we really do go up, I'm so down.
Yeah.
You know, that would be awesome. I'd love to go fly.
No, he's
around-
taking me for
around
free,
on
bro.
these hills.
No, we're gonna. No, that's kind of the whole plan. Like, I really do want to go out
That'd
there
be sick.
and
I'd love to do
experience it.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll have a lot of hype coming in here after that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
That'll
I've flown over like this area like in a plane, like a Southwest plane or United plane, but not like at 1,000 feet above the ground or whatever elevation we'll be at. You know, so
We'll be probably at 5 or 6.
So yeah, it
We
would
can
be
even go
cool
up
to
10,
check it
yeah.
out. You know?
Well, yeah.
Or if we wanted to go to Tahoe for lunch, we'd be at probably 10 or
Dude,
11.
go land in Truckee. Go
well, I
get a
do. I mean, I
sandwich at
do
the
have
Sourdough
some.
Co.
I do have some CBD customers that might need some kilos. You feel me? It's all THC free.
Yeah.
So it's all
Go
good. We're
drop
just
a
gonna
pack in Truckee.
we're gonna drop a kilo in Truckee of that
Just
THC
kidding,
free CBD. What do you mean? It's THC free. It's not illegal.
CHC?
It's THC free. You feel me? There's none, 0%. So come test that shit.
0%.
They
But
might
yeah.
they might think it's cocaine actually.
Yeah, it's that white powder.
It does look like white like cocaine, so it's all funny. No, I like it's funny like messing with people like I mess with them like check this out, like I have the bag of isolate
Yeah.
and he's just
Yeah.
like I'm like nah, just kidding.
Yeah.
It's CBD, bitch.
Yeah. The second you look at it, actually look
No,
at it, you
yeah,
can tell.
it's
You
hella
can tell.
funny. It's hella funny. But yeah, so
What's your usual, like, when you were training, or maybe it's probably different from when you're like joy flying or whatever you call it, but like, what's your usual route? Where do you go?
Training was always Folsom for maneuvers, so just practicing flight maneuvers, then to Lincoln. And then for like cross-country flights, we went to Red Bluff, Chico for towered landings because they have a tower there that's not too busy. And then back to Auburn. And then for my night flight, we flew to Stockton. There was a sheriff's helicopter up in there doing a police chase when we were going there at night.
No shit. That checks out for Stockton.
Yep, Stockton. It was pretty interesting. And then we flew to Sac International and we did a whole bunch of landings at Sac International in a little Cessna. And then flew back to Auburn for the last part of our flight. So that was like a 3-hour night flight. But mostly around the area, obviously because you're renting. But like if I owned a plane or was flying with someone who owns their own plane, we fly to wherever. The neighbor next to us, he owns a couple planes, and so I got to Ione. We fly from Ione to Columbia, which is like Angels Camp area. I've been doing some training out there. Cal Fire has a base out there, so they have their different planes and helicopters with their buckets and everything for fire season. So I've been going out there a lot, and then flying to Marysville sometimes, depending on what we want to do for the day. Marysville, Lincoln, and then any other local airports. Like this morning, we flew to Orville and then back to Auburn.
Oh, you did this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
he's been up
me
in
and
the
another
air.
pilot flew to
You
Orville.
probably saw me on the freeway. I was going down 99 today. No, 65 to 70 to like up towards like Oregon House.
Yeah, we probably saw you.
You probably were.
We probably flew over you.
You're probably
Yeah.
flying right over me. I think I actually saw you. I was like, "There's Collin."
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
We went too high because we flew under one of the airspaces over there for Beale, so we flew under it. So we were only like
You probably flew over
1,000.
Justin then.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, for sure.
So you flew under the airspace.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah. So you can't see it; it's an invisible ring.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Anything crazy? You haven't seen anything crazy since you've been flying?
We've only hit almost a few birds. Basically, we've missed a few birds coming
That's
into
pretty
Lincoln.
scary. Bird
We
strike.
saw a balloon fly up at us over Folsom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
The
then-
Chinese balloon?
No, not the Chinese one. Maybe next time.
Are you the one that blew it up?
Yeah, actually.
You had a little
we
missile in there?
Yeah, we took some missiles out.
There you go.
Crazy, bro. You should have
There
shot
you
that
go.
down quicker, bro. You're taking too long.
If it was up to me, I would have. But you know,
Right?
the man in charge, he takes a little bit.
It's all funny.
Yeah, that fool can barely put a sentence together. Crazy.
Who? Don't
Man
say
in
the word.
charge.
Don't say the word, man.
Man in charge.
Don't say the C word or the B word, man. All right?
Yeah.
I want to hear it. We get flagged.
Yeah, get flagged.
But so we got to figure out like a date to go up there because I definitely want to do that. Maybe
Yeah.
next week we could do it.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Because I kind of,
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
an evening or something. Would that
Evening
work?
or morning.
We either have to do evening or morning because it's just so hot in the
Yeah,
plane.
yeah.
And well, until it cools down. Obviously, winter's coming, so once it gets cooler, it'll be better.
That would be really sick to fly into Truckee, dude. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's like something we could do. But
Yeah, we can.
That'd be that would be.
We
awesome.
can fly anywhere. We could fly to Florida if we wanted to right now. Obviously, we just stop
That'd
and
just
fill
be
up.
very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is avgas? That's what they use, right?
Avgas is $6 a gallon right now.
Not too bad.
No,
not
not too
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Basically,
You're telling me I'm paying $6 a gallon for diesel?
I know,
And I can
right?
go fly
It's
somewhere for
crazy.
$6 a gallon?
yep. Well, and like the guy who owns the plane in the house next to us, he buys bulk fuel and he has a tank at the airport,
That's the
and
way
he's
to do
paying
it.
$4.50 a gallon for
Wow.
bulk.
Wow.
So obviously the airport charges money because they need to make money.
Yeah.
But if you're getting it straight from a source, it's really not that.
Yeah, I remember
expensive.
running out on the tarmac with my 5-gallon can to get the avgas for the jet skis back in the day. So
Yeah.
I've been out to those tarmac pumps. Fun times.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to get Dylan on here, your secret admirer.
Right now.
I said,
That way you can cut out
I said,
anything
you
too,
available?
like, it's
Yeah,
easy.
I said, you available for him, bro? I was like, you available? Your secret admirer.
I'll probably have to leave soon anyways.
I was trying to throw a friggin' wig on him.
Oh yeah, he would have
I
looked
was
cute.
trying to do a little rainbow wig on him, be like, hey.
He would have liked it.
So how about we tell a little bit of just about like when you're gonna start really going hard again, like on the track for all your homies and followers and
So
all your
plan on
little
going hard
teeny boppers that like you.
We'll be back racing. Hopefully soon. Obviously, just probably take a month or so, a month and a half. Probably start hitting some local races, try to make some money. Maybe hit some off-road races because those do well.
Yeah, no,
and
it's
they
good training, too.
Yeah, it's good training too.
Yeah.
Those long motos, and then like the district races around here. If you win, you get $1,000. So
That's good. No, yeah.
it's a nice payday.
I've
on
seen a
those things.
couple.
Yeah.
I've seen some cash in Collin's hands a few times.
Yeah, a couple times. And then I think there's supposed to be a couple probably pro races that are paying at some point soon.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
Probably to go down to SoCal, get suspension and stuff done on the new bike we have at home. So
It's a blue bike, huh?
no,
No.
that was just for the gram to confuse
Okay.
everyone,
Okay.
throw everyone off.
Yeah.
I would like to do another. When I raised the money last year, or I think it was last year, wasn't it? Or
I
no,
think so.
Yeah, it was last year, like beginning of the year. SWEETAROMA raised some money. I got all the vendors and businesses to pitch in for a pro race for the AMP GFI series. So that was pretty cool. I think I raised like $3,200, something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
We did like a 60-30-10 split.
Yeah,
I think even a couple of the third, or fourth, fifth place riders even got $100 each. So that was pretty cool. So I do want to do that again. Hopefully we can get a little better turnout this time. I think it was just really windy that day, so it kind of caused
well, I think
some people
that
not want to
and
come.
just depends on what everyone's doing. Like when Supercross and Arena Cross season starts, everyone's kind of down in SoCal riding, getting ready for that.
But that's the thing is like, I feel like that's what the local races these days are missing is just like, good. That's what the local races these days are missing though, is just pros. It's like there's not enough pros. Like I remember when I used to race, even when I was not pro and I was like novice intermediate, there's so many pros coming out and they had, good paychecks, for them.
Well, even like back in the day when Triple Crown was big,
Yeah.
and it was 3 rounds and there was 40 guys because there was $15,000
The
weekend.
local triple round.
Yeah.
Triple crown series.
Yeah, it was I think $15,000 a weekend.
And there's like, I
No
think
shit.
It was.
yeah, they used to
yeah,
be
there was
fat,
there was 42 people each weekend.
Wow.
Like people drove from everywhere to come race it.
But
And
there's
I was
also
like,
a lot more entries, dude. Like, I mean, even like, because that's the problem is like, I feel like back then there was even more amateur entries. So I feel like all the entries have kind of, it's not as much as there used to be.
I know, obviously with the economy and all that
Yeah.
stuff, for people riding, bikes aren't selling. Like we're trying to sell a couple
exactly.
bikes right now and no one wants them. Dealers are selling bikes for like dirt cheap right now that are brand new. So
I know.
definitely, but Zeb's series the past few weekends for the Saturday night series, he's had 540 something entries.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard.
And
yeah.
each person's minimum doing 2 classes, and it's like a whole new scene of all these newer people that are racing that I don't know or we all don't really know because we're not there anymore.
No, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to get into these bigger events and stuff like that. More exposure for the brand. Obviously, I'm still going to be hitting some of these local races. Jesse will be out at MMX on Sunday for that AMP GFI fall series, I believe it is.
This is the first round.
No, this is the second round.
Second round.
Yeah, so we'll be there, and then I believe we're going to try to hit Zeb's series the next weekend, just the Saturday night one. So definitely going to try to hit some local races soon here. I've been just, like I said, just been trying to regroup, take a little break, get my motivation back. Starting to make its way up here, so I'm getting pumped again. Pod's back. We're finally in the studio, our new improved studio.
Yeah,
so.
Racing.
Yep, new wave of people racing, all the newer kids.
Well, that's good.
Yep,
that's good.
Have you tried cold plunging at all?
I have before. I really want to get a freezer and silicone it all closed.
That's what I'm doing.
Have it on the back porch so I could go get it in the mornings.
Yeah, so since Friday, my wife got me just the $100 cold plunge.
You must go through a lot of ice then. You have a little ice
so
maker?
I freeze a bunch. So how I do is I freeze a bunch of ice packs. So I kind of been doing it lately.
Water bottles?
Well, since Friday, I've done it. I've probably done like 20 minutes of ice bath since Friday. So I don't know. Like I feel like I'm damn near addicted to it now.
Yeah.
So like last night I got home from my wife's birthday party, and I had a couple drinks. I don't normally drink on Mondays, but I did because it was a party. I did a cold plunge at like 11:30 at night last night.
So you got some Labor Day pre-prep in for next week?
You already know, son. You already know. And then this morning I did it. I've been doing it anywhere between like 45 and like 55 degrees, 60 degrees, depending on how cold I can get it or if the sun's shining. But the coldest I've done it was like 43 degrees the first time. I did like a minute and a half, I believe. But I don't know. I've seen some. I already kind of have done it at the gym in the past, and I've been wanting to have it at my house. So I would go in the sauna, and during the winter, the pool at the gym is not heated, one of the pools. So during the winter, it's like 40 degrees, 45, 50 degrees, somewhere around there. So I've done it a couple times. I did enjoy it. I just don't always have time to go do it, but I did get that ice bath. And I really do believe that like what they say on the internet is true. I mean, it definitely releases endorphins. I mean, it's damn near like a drug, damn near to me.
They've done a bunch of scientific studies, like it's proven.
Yeah, I mean, when I get in there,
super healthy for you.
Like for instance, this morning I was literally like not like super hungover, but a tad bit hungover, tired. Didn't want to get up. Got up. I already had to throw ice packs in there last night, so it was already like 55 degrees when I woke up. Threw some ice in there. I sat in there for 3 minutes this morning, dunked my head. When I got out of that ice bath, I was ready to work. So that's if people are wondering, what does it do for you? For me, like I said, everybody's gonna be personally different. Like I was listening to a podcast earlier, and the guy was saying, it couldn't be good or bad, like. Because sometimes, people that don't are like scared to get in it, it could cause you like stress, like, cause you're like, I don't want to do this. Maybe get stressed.
Yeah. When I did it back at CalFit in the winter time, I was not in the right mindset. Yeah. And I just, I was weak. I only went in for like 10 seconds. I know it's 100% mental.
I mean, realistically,
it's not hard to do. It's just, the hardest part is just dealing with your mind.
What I've noticed is just breathing. It really helps. So like, it's different when we're doing it in the pool because you're like swimming damn near. But this is I just plunk in hella quick. I don't like go in slowly. I just dunk in there, just start breathing. Just good breathing. You want to make sure you're breathing good because if you start really huffing and puffing, you're gonna want to get out. So I try to just concentrate, breathe good. Now I feel like I'm a little used to it. Like I'm not tripping really anymore to get in. Like the first time I did it, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so cold. Yeah, it is going to be cold, but it's about the reward. It's not about how it's going to feel when you first get in. So that's why I do it. I mean, like I said, I'm doing it also for my shoulder and some of my injuries and stuff like that. So it helps for that. I can definitely notice a difference already in that. And as far as my energy levels, I mean, I don't even need an energy drink. I mean, this morning, I normally have a Celsius or like a coffee in the morning. This morning, I just got in the bath, got out, got ready, and I'm ready to go. I didn't have a coffee. I didn't have caffeine, and I was fine. So, and I'm still fine right now. I haven't had any caffeine since. But yeah, and then, I feel like sauna is even good. Sauna before the ice bath. So right after this pod, Collin's heading out to Riverfront to go get a little bit of laps in. Some nice easy laps.
Yep, gotta get those laps in.
Then I'm gonna go to the gym right after this, hit the sauna for 40 minutes, and then go home and hit another cold plunge. Obviously work out before the sauna. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. So anybody that has any questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, SWEETAROMA Nationwide. or watch some. I'll throw some videos of me plunging on the shorts and this week here for you guys to check out. I'll throw a little video of the plunge on this podcast as well, just so you can throw it up for us. Show you guys what it is. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just like Collin was talking about in the beginning, that's what I'm looking into is a probably like a 10 cubic feet freezer or bigger.
Yeah.
Silicone it. They sell like temperature to where it will shut it off and turn it on for you to keep it at that temperature. Like say I want it at 45 degrees, it'll keep it at 45 degrees. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I mean, it's not too expensive. I mean, you're talking like $300, $400, or $500. You can even go on Facebook Marketplace and maybe find a used freezer. Yeah. If you'd like. But I think that's my next step because like I feel like I'm already addicted to it.
Or you can even go to Tractor Supply and get one of those rubber tubs.
You could,
like, for horses.
Well, my thing is I don't want to have to keep putting ice in it.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
that's why I want
that's what I'm getting sick of because it's like I want to just like get out there, hop in it, and leave. Like that's my problem. So I'm a last minute type of guy. So I think that would make it more just easier for me in general. Like get it up, open the hatch, hop in it, get out, shut the hatch. And then just take the water out. And they even actually, I was watching some videos on YouTube and they actually have like you can just get like I believe they use those like fishing filter things for fish tanks.
Yeah.
And you could actually install one of those
to disturb the water, blow the water around
freezer to keep it filtered.
Yeah, like a rushing river.
Some people they say they even put like chlorine in it, which I don't want that.
No.
But there's people that do stuff like that. I personally won't do that, but like I said, everybody's different what you want to do. But yeah, I want to keep it all natural, filtered water in there.
Unless the water turns green, but unless you're changing it.
Well, there's a drain on them too. So like I would say like I would probably empty mine every month, and then obviously once I get my freezer, I'll be more cautious about wiping my feet off because that's one thing I did notice on this ice bath is after 5 times of doing it, I mean there's dirt in it, so so that's another thing you want to do, maybe even put like a little tray of water down there for your feet. Maybe.
Man, I'm gonna have to come over and hop in this thing, dude.
No, for
That's
sure.
gonna be sick.
You can come over later. I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah.
but
once winter time comes too, your one you have right now, you won't need ice.
And that's another thing. That's what I'm saying as well. I was also thinking the same thing. When it gets cold, I just leave it out there, and it'll be cold when I wake up.
Yeah. We're almost at that time right now.
But I do really think it would be cool to have the freezer,
For
just
sure.
chilling, ready to go at all times.
I'm ready for hoodie season.
Yeah, I'm
for
ready,
sure.
bro.
It means riverbed season.
Yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
so over freaking summer.
I'm ready for hoodie season. I'm ready for Sweet Aroma Windbreaker Nation season.
Yeah.
They're coming back. I got some cool beanies coming. I'm also going to be doing the sun hats with those patches that we do at all the events online. I'm going to actually start doing some hats with the laser patches on the hats for you guys, some different looks, some youth hats. Next summer I'll have youth sun hats because there are people that come up, they're like, oh, it's too big for my head. So I'm gonna try to really step the snapback and the sun hat game up for you guys. That's something I really am passionate about. I like doing cool designs and just creating new things all the time for people, attract attention to the booth. Because if you're just CBD, I mean, not everybody wants CBD. So it's nice to have some extra products for you guys to come check it out. And then, if you have any questions about the CBD, I can answer those questions for you, explain anything you need to know. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, what we're going to be doing, who we're going to be having on, the ice bath, products, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, Sweet Aroma Nationwide. Jesse, hit him up on Instagram if you have any questions. Collin, hit him up if you have any questions. He's knowledgeable.
And we're gonna drop all our socials and everything in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. So, and all the all the socials will be down there.
Yeah, the next podcast, guys, it'll be a little more organized next time. I kind of literally yesterday was like, hey, come over, let's do this. Let's just talk, hang out, get used to it again. We haven't done it in a couple months.
Just a nice little chat
so
with
yeah,
the boys.
make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And also I wanted to thank all of our new subscribers. We're up to 669 right now. We were at about 47 when we started 3.5 months ago. So yeah, go check out our vlogs that we have on the channel. We have tons of old vlogs on there. You can check out all of our shorts from all those events we've been talking about. Laguna Seca, Hangtown. We got Big Hill Jam. We got other local events coming up that we're going to be doing. So make sure to stay tuned. Follow our boy Collin on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
CollinDavis.97.
There we go. We'll throw it up in the description for you. Shoot him a follow. Give him some love on those photos.
See the flight photos, some riding.
Yeah, we really appreciate all you guys watching. And make sure to stay tuned for this next pod because we're gonna have another guest coming on as well. Collin will be coming back. I'm gonna start having him on more. So yeah,
Sure.
Check it out. We appreciate you guys, and you guys have a swell day.
Yep. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far.
Hell yeah. All right,